think the council would probably like it.
Larry, did you have something else to say?
We just want to express our appreciation and thanks to the entire Kirkwood community. For years, we've had just such a wonderful relationship with the entire community, but especially what I want to speak to is the support that the police department gives to the school, the help that they extend, so thank you. We have our 4 student council officers. They will graduate on May 15th. Today was their very last day of school. Can you imagine they were willing to come here?
Mayor and members of the council, I'm here to request an update on the progress that has been made by the city council and the departments on the mediation agreement that was endorsed by the council. And I understand that some progress has been made. This has to do with application for membership for the Human Rights Commission, which was to be prepared, and I think that's been done. And I would like to obtain a copy of that and make that available to the public as well, and the media. And also, the Human Rights Commission was to have a member profile developed by the city of Kirkwood. And I think that's been accomplished. But I'd like to see that, and if that has been accomplished. Also, the police department made commitments in the agreement that there would be an effort in January of this year to recruit minority students in the Explorer post that is sponsored by the police department. And I'd like to find out if that too has been accomplished, and if so, how many Explorers have been recruited for that. They were also to complete an expansion of the Ride Along program, which is produced by the police chaplains and block captains and the school resource officers. And I'd like for the public to be informed if that program is underway and has been continued as it has been in the past. Also, the police department said they would enhance their procedures to do evaluations of discriminatory behavior by the police department. I assume that each year there is an evaluation of the officers, and this is a part of that evaluation, and it was to be enhanced and completed in January of this year. Also, the police department officers were to sign off on the accepted practices of relating between the police department and the residents of the community. And I would like to see a copy of that made available to the public and also to the media. Last time the council, we had a brief discussion about the commitment by the police department to open up a police satellite office in Meacham Park. And that was to be completed by March the 31st, I believe. And I would like to find out where that operation is and how it's proceeding, and if we're going to live up to that commitment to have a police satellite office in Meacham Park. And also, the mediation agreement stated that the city and community teams that participated in the development of the mediation process would begin a process of having focus groups in Meacham Park to find out what the needs and concerns are of the citizens of that part of our community. And I'd like to find out and have an update about what progress has been made on the institution of the focus groups and discovering and completing the commitments made by the city on the mediation agreement. And if possible, it seems like to me, in order to see that real progress is being made on this very important mediation agreement, that we have at each meeting of the city council, that we have, as a part of the ordinary course of business, a report on the progress that's being made in each of these areas and in each of these commitments. So that would be my request. And I would like to see if there are comments from the council, or if the community can be informed about the progress that's being made on this very important commitment.
We had lots of questions there, Ben, and some of them I don't have the answers to, but I must say that we do have, and you can obtain from the city clerk's office, the new form for the Human Rights Commission that's attached to the volunteer form that's available, and certainly you can get that. The legislation for the changes in the Human Rights Commission, Mike Brown has finished most of that, and I think John Hessel is reviewing that, so as soon as that is finished, why that's going to be on our legislative agenda. And we have the mediation committees have been working on the focus groups. They've been interviewing somebody who we think is going to be a good person to help with that. And so that's coming along. We don't have time exactly when it's going to begin, but we have been working on that. We will continue to use it. And some of the questions about the police department issues, I would be glad to get you the answers to them, although I don't remember every one that you mentioned, but I will talk to the chief.
They're in mediation.
Well, I know that, but I mean, I don't know which ones you mentioned, all of them, but I don't know if you mentioned all of them. But anyway, we will try to have an answer on the progress of that in our next meeting. You know, the chief could stay, or otherwise I would.
Is there any update on the opening up of the satellite office in each department?
I know he's been working on location, and so far as I know, checked with him the last week or so, but I know he's been trying to find an appropriate spot. So.
Has he had any discussion?
That's all we're going to do.
I was just going to suggest if this is going to become protracted, that it would be appropriate under Robert's Rules of Order to put this under
One of our
get under the proper appropriate line item and maybe bring it up after.
maybe in city council.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, Ben, thank you.
I didn't understand exactly what he
Well,
said.
we're just saying that if the questions we normally don't continue to discuss something for a long period of time when there is when we're doing public comments with someone, but we could put this under city council reports at the end of the meeting so it doesn't hold up other people who are trying to make comments to the city council. But we will try to do that in our next meeting. We'll try to have a few answers for you there. Okay, all right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Mike, is a volunteer profile on the website?
Oh, absolutely it is.
Right. So Reverend, if you go to the Kirkwood website,